So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Galaxy S24 Plus versus the iPhone 15 Pro speed test. Let's begin with a boot up in 3, 2, go, and see which one can get there first. Now, Galaxy S24 Plus features Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 CPU coupled with 12 gigs of RAM on a QHD display. Over here on the right, we do have ourselves the Apple A17 Pro chip. In addition to that, we do have ourselves 8 gigs of RAM. And the iPhone 15 Pro booted up slightly, ever so slightly faster than the Galaxy S24 Plus. So a little bit quicker on that front. And I do have this generative AI wallpaper. If you're wondering, you gotta like kind of generate that one. So if you're wondering where that came from. So when it comes to unlocking them, you can actually do a face unlock for this phone right here. You can see that it's very fast to unlock. You can also bypass that if you want to do that. And then in addition, we have this right here where you just tap right there, goes right in. So a very fast to unlock. Even if you're not looking at this that much and you know where it's at, you'll be right in. So this phone's super easy and quick to unlock. Over here, the convenience of Face ID has been pretty flawless here. At the same time, that extra swipe that we also have enabled right now for the S24 Plus slows it down a little bit. It does have like a lift to wake feature, which gets you right in, but I'd still think the S24 Plus is a little quicker to go ahead and perform that action. Now, unlike when I compare the regular base 15, the S24 Plus and the iPhone 15 Pro have about the same speed when navigating their respective UIs. The iPhone to me feels a little bit slower in the app library though, versus the Samsung's area, but the Samsung really went to town fixing their overall speed in the past couple of years. But the iPhone's still liquid smooth, very nice performance on both of these in just a general area. This phone does have the iOS 17.3.1. The 17.4 is probably launching this coming week, so stay tuned for that. And this has the latest update for the February patch, which included the all new Vivid slider. So we are in this video on our very latest update for Samsung. Okay, so here we are with the app test. Everything is closed out for both phones. Let's head into weather. You can see faster for the Galaxy S24 Plus. Let's head into App Store, Play Store, 3, 2, go. And you see that's faster on the left. Let's go into games. Again, faster for the Samsung Galaxy right there. Very nice performance on that respect. Now when scrolling through, very smooth on the iPhone, very fast and also smooth for the Samsung. Let's head up out of there. We're gonna go into Groupon, and are we ready here for this one? Yeah, that was faster for the iPhone, but we were doing a notification. We'll do that one more time, 3, 2, go. Yeah, so actually it was faster for Samsung. Let's hit categories, faster on Samsung, things to do. Faster on the Galaxy. So today the Galaxy looking very snappy. Let's go into X and Twitter. And if you noticed, that's the iPhone. If you notice, I took out some of the basic apps. We're just going straight into third party. And that looked like iPhone. Let's go into Instagram. And Instagram looked first on iPhone, but it's kind of like giving me these pop-up notifications. So I'm gonna go ahead and just try it one more time. 3, 2, go. And you see, pretty close. Overall though, I do think the iPhone has a smoother, when you're actually posting stuff in the stories and things like that, it seems a little bit better performance on the iPhone still. The new nonlinear animations for the Samsung device are very good though. And you see faster on eBay on the left. So I feel like the nonlinear animations for Samsung has really improved the performance. Let's go into Amazon. Both of these, you see faster on the left once again. Let's go into Starbucks, and the sweet spot Samsung, a lot of people are saying might be the S24 Plus. But what I don't like about the S24 Plus is that the S24 Plus doesn't have an S Pen, whereas the S24 Ultra does. Some people don't really care about that, but something I care about. At the same time, I also feel like the S24 Ultra is more unique in that it's more uniquely Samsung's design, whereas this kind of feels like an iPhone design, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I like when phones have their own flavor. Let's go into Subway Surfer, but the S24 Plus is still an amazing flat screen Samsung phone, and definitely better than last year. The QHD screen on there is amazing compared to having a 1080, which was lame before. The cameras are pretty good, but the S24 Plus definitely quicker. It's seeming quicker in a lot of areas than the same priced iPhone for $1,000. Let's go into Temple Run 2, but let's be real. Nobody's really paying $1,000 straight retail for the Galaxy. They probably are for the iPhone though. Let's go ahead and hit start here. And we do have about the same performance, a little bit snappier it seems like on the Samsung. Oh, he's sliding up the table there. Getting closer to the height of the S24 Plus there. Let's go into Free Fire. And I do feel like with the 12 gigs of RAM, with the very efficient, Snapdragon, the latest Adreno GPU, I feel like the Samsung is right there now with these Apple in-house GPUs. It's at the same level. Let's go into Hill Climb 2. So you don't have to buy Apple to get seriously great performance anymore. Not saying you shouldn't though, because you still seriously get it, but these new Snapdragon Galaxies are insanely quick, really impressive, and it's only going to get better as we go forward. We already expect Apple to be great in this area. This is their powerhouse in performance in all their devices basically. So it's not really much to say there. We've been experiencing that for years, but Samsung has caught up. It lost there, but it has caught up and wins in some areas, but it didn't win in PUBG. I'm giving that one to the iPhone. Let's go into InShot, 3, 2, go. Faster on the Samsung. We have a pop-up, head up out of here, 3D Mark. Faster on the Samsung, and Geekbench is definitely going to be faster here. Ever since I got the iPhone 15 Pro, it really doesn't load that one fast at all. Let's go into Speed Test Net. Quicker on the Samsung. Overall, I mean, pretty much all the applications were faster to pop open on the Galaxy S24 Plus, so I'm calling this one to the left right here. Okay, so for the S24 Plus, I did download Good Lock so I can remove the double swipe gesture on the RAM management. You will download this application from the Galaxy Store, and then what you want to do is go to Home Up, scroll down to Task Changer, scroll down here, and you'll go to Allow Bottom Gestures in full screen mode. I did this because I want to make this test a little more fair. So let's see how it looks, especially in those landscape applications, which historically would slow down the Samsung's performance. Here goes RAM management, 3, 2, go. Basically the same there. Basically the same there. Maybe the iPhone. InShot, we'll go to PUBG. Now here's where, is that a reload? Oh, we were going into the match, so that doesn't matter. So watch this. So we don't got to do a double swipe gesture anymore. It's basically the same as the iPhone now. See that? No double swipe. It's just right up out of there. And then we're going to go into Free Fire, and you'll see right up out of there. Very easy. Let's go into Temple Run 2. We'll go into Dead Trigger 2. Again, right up out of there. Let's go into Subway Surfers. Let's go into Jetpack Joyride. Again, right up out of there. You can see what these animations are nearly exactly the same. Amazon, eBay, Instagram, X, Groupon, Play Store, App Store. Let's sing a song. Now let's go into weather here. You'll see faster there on the iPhone. Overall, even with the same RAM level, and people say, well, scroll the iPhone to just see if like it's just pausing an image. Nah, you could see right there, it's not pausing no image. It was actually held. So both of these can hold tons of applications in the background, and they're pretty much the same there. But again, I always like to mention that with the Samsung, you can actually take much better advantage of this with pop view windows, which that one wasn't in support of. Make sure you're using one that has good support for that feature, but you could take advantage of multiple pop view windows here. So if I can use my finger correctly today, let's go ahead and grab the calculator. Let's go ahead and grab we'll go grab something else. How about I want to download an app, for example. So you can see right here, multiple windows, same time. And even with that, like if you were to drop these down, drop one down, maybe kind of like make it like a little bit more transparent, go over here, grab something else, check out Groupon. You know, all these applications open at the same time, never really slows down the Galaxy with this type of RAM. So it's really pretty phenomenal here then you could still go through your applications and still have boss performance. So it really takes advantage of it. That's just something I wanted to showcase there. So our final scores are in, and the single core comes in at a 2216 for the S24 Plus. And over here we have a 2930. So our actual single core CPU is better for the iPhone, but on the multi-core score, the iPhone wins, but only by a little bit. So not a massive jump there, multi-core. But the gaming is going to be, and it was a little yellow because I had True Tone on. The gaming is definitely going to be closer, but let's see how much closer. Let's go into a Wildlife Extreme test here, and we'll see what graphically they can get us on the frame rates and stuff like that. I'll be back when they're done with these results. So the final Wildlife Extreme scores are in, and closer than what I would see on like a base model iPhone at 23.2 FPS, but not beating the Galaxy, which launches at around 28.33. Overall score is 4730, and then we have an overall score of 3876. So yeah, you're gonna get yourself probably better graphics, sustained performance on the Samsung, but you gotta have the games you want on Android if you're gonna use that phone, and if you want the iPhone, there's probably certain titles on that phone that you might want to play that aren't on this phone. So it really kind of depends on the ecosystem and which games you really enjoy to play. So let's go ahead and take a look at their speed test now. We're going to see how it kind of does here. I'm going to hit go for this one, and we'll kind of get an idea of that while I get the same server set up over here. So we're looking at, wow, is that almost 700? That's insanely quick. That's pretty quick right there. Samsung usually has some really good performance in these Wi-Fi speeds, 5G speeds. I've been saying it forever, and I'll still say it. Samsung is one of the best phones you can get if you care a lot about reception, mobile performance, those type of things. Very, very strong phones. Let's go into go here and see. Now, I haven't seen the iPhone yet take down the Samsung here. Look at that. We're not even pulling in 300. What the heck? What the heck are you talking about, iPhone? Let's see over here. 350. Oh my goodness. Samsung absolutely annihilates them on the download there. I'm seeing this with pretty much all my tests, which is making me feel like Samsung just has better upload download speeds on their devices. 16 down, 18 down, 19, 21. Yeah. We're at a 21 FPS, so both the down and the up lost there for the iPhone. Last thing I want to do is pop open the cameras. 3, 2, go. Faster to launch that iPhone on the initial launch. Let's see if that was just because it was cold. The camera hasn't been open a while on Samsung. Let's hit camera. Much closer there. So that initial launch, when you have not opened the camera yet, is faster on iPhone. But once the Samsung gets one launch in for the day, it stays pretty fast. It's almost like it's in cache because I do restart the phones. Pretty good. And then let's go into 3x, 1x, 0.x, 0.6, whatever. I feel like the transition between the lenses is a little choppier for the Samsung. The iPhone stays a little smoother there when transitioning through the lenses. Almost feels like there's no different lenses, but you can kind of actually see it here. You see how I like doing that little look? You can tell you're switching lenses on the Samsung. Over here, you can't really even tell. So iPhone a little smoother on the zoom, although you get much more zoom on this phone versus the base 15 Pro, which didn't decide to give you the 5 times or the 30 times zoom or 25 times zoom you find yourself on the 15 Pro Max. So wrapping it up here, I think these are very, very competitive two devices, both at about $1,000. The camera is probably a little stronger, I would say, on the 15 Pro, but more versatility on the Samsung. The Samsung probably the better gaming phone for the same money. It's bigger, has a really good GPU. Its heat management is a little bit better as well, in my opinion. Also has a bigger battery, so you got to kind of decide there. Let me know your thoughts if you want to see a full comparison between these two down below in the comments. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Nick here, and peace.